I was going through my journal 2 days ago. I saw this. It's very interesting and I want to read it out to you. So this was journaled on the 11th of April 2022. That is over 4 years ago. So I titled this journaling Me and My Conscience. So I just want to read out a piece of it to you. And it says, should you not publish all these books and affect lives positively, what will be your excuse? Should you not take over nations, giving talks from state to state, country to country, continent to continent? What will be your excuse? Should you not fulfill destiny? What will be your excuse? You have good plans, well structured and still open to changes and amendments along the line. Do you know what the problem is? Insecurities and lack of consistencies. So I walked in this hot afternoon at about 4 p.m. This is me progressing with it to observe my quiet time. Usually I will start by praising, worshiping, and then study the word. Sometimes I pray all through. Then when I am done, I write down the inspirations I got. I have never walked into my prayer room and started writing. First, I sat down playing a song by Minister Theophilus Sunday titled True Soldier. And I started to look around my closet. I saw my sticky notes with different write-ups and my affirmations placed on the back of my closet door. I began to reflect. I couldn't fight or resist the thought. So I knew this was how the Holy Spirit wanted it today. He wanted me to sit down, reflect, and put down. So I quickly picked up my journal and started writing. So I started writing the above, talking about some of the things that Chidima writes in her secret place or in her closet. So if I'm to finish reading this particular journal on the 11th of April 2022, it's 3 full pages, and this particular journal is a foolscap sheet. I don't know if you know what a foolscap sheet is. It's not a regular notebook, maybe 40 leaves, 20 leaves. So in the year 2022, the Holy Spirit was reminding me during one of my prayer time. It turned out to be a prayer journal. The Holy Spirit was reminding me that I have a lot to do, and the problem was insecurities and inconsistencies. This was over 4 years ago, and the books you have seen me release are not part of what the Holy Spirit was speaking to me about. There were other things I was working on prior to these two. So if in the year 2022 or 2023, God forbid, I was called to glory, what you have seen me put out there wouldn't have been there. I would have died with it. This is my way of saying that the grave is already wealthy. There are a lot of wealthy potentials in the grave. I can't believe that I wrote something like this in my journal over 4 years, and this is when I am just taking action. Nevertheless, with men, it can be too early or too late, but with God, it is the appointed time. I want to encourage you to start now. I mean, reading this, it's funny because what I have even put out now is not even it was not even the books I was referring to. You really don't have an excuse. It will amaze you to see the beautiful things that the Holy Spirit is waiting to express through your life when you're giving yourself. I mean, some days before the launching of this book, while I was still trying to fit in something on Amazon, that platform really stressed me up. And I got to a point where they were asking the book overview. I was like, there is already about the book at the back of the book cover. What do you all want again? So I just said a simple prayer. Holy Spirit, please help me. Do you know, when I sat down and I began to write, it was a few lines, about 6 lines, but when I sat back to read what I wrote, what came out of my mouth is that, Holy Spirit, what did we just do? Like, the creativeness behind it and the intentionality behind the words, everything just rhymed with the book. And no, it was not about the book. In fact, I had to go to Sellar to copy it and add it to what I already wrote, because I felt like this is even what is best to go out there. I'm trying to say that your mind is powerful. Submit it to the Holy Spirit. It will amaze you what you will be able to make out. And no, it doesn't really have to be in relation to writing. It can be in relation to anything. Just look at the giftings, your potentials, and submit it to the Holy Spirit. Trust me, it works 100% all the time. And this is also to let you know that Buffer the Arrows is still available for purchase on Amazon and on Sellar. Have you gotten your copy? If you haven't gotten your copy, please do so. click on the link below this video for purchase. Thank you.